Hello guys, it's Kinnicky BW here, and I apologise for the lack of Final Fantasy VII content. Unfortunately, I actually lost my record save. My PlayStation, for whatever reason, after the last update, decided to corrupt, and I had to pretty much reinstall everything. That's all my games, all my saves, and pretty much rebuild from the ground up. So unfortunately I did lose that save, so I've had to start again. That's why I've not put any more Final Fantasy videos out, but I just wanted to quickly go over this last story mission, side mission that I actually missed and lost the footage for. So I'm pretty much re-recording this for you guys as I'm sort of playing through, just to try and catch up. So the quest we're doing today, guys, is the Just Flew In from the Graveyard, which is unlocked once you've completed Nuisance in the Factory. So once you've completed that particular mission, the scrap guy here will obviously give you tell you about this new mission to basically complete. So once you've spoken to him, you will obviously finish up Nuisance in the Factory, and it'll obviously unlock the next quest. So to get to this quest from here, this is the icon. This is where you need to get to. So it's pretty much where the factory was, which you just completed on that mission. So okay guys, so from this location, if you take the route that I'm going to be taking here, until you reach this location. Now you did notice I did take a slightly longer route there. The reason for this is if you're doing this pretty much in order of all the quests, which is obviously how I've done it here, you obviously unlock the Johnny quest here, which means if you go past this particular area, which was the route I was initially going to take, but then I remembered I can't actually go through, but then you have to then complete the quest where you kind of save Johnny from Shinra. So that's the reason why I've obviously gone around here. So the route you need to take from obviously this location here would normally just be a straight this way and along here. So you can complete this mission first if you prefer, but I just found it easy kind of easy to run it around because it takes a little less time. So once you're here, if you speak to the lady here, Gwen, standing next to the Shinra shoulders, she would just explain that there's obviously a slightly stronger Drake that's now also in the same factory, and she obviously basically wants them to kind of do something about it, but of course they're not going to, so it's down to us to do it. So it's the same thing if you return back to the factory, which is literally pretty much right next to where she is, and then you just run all the way through until you reach a certain section. You also need to basically pick up a card key, which can be in any of those sort of breakable crates there. Now I'm still not 100% sure. It'll be interesting to see on this particular, because this has been the third time I've actually done this. But the first time when I did it, I'm sure I got it in the sort of the hallway just before you kind of get into the room where you need to get into. But in the last playthrough, it was basically in the area where the rest point is. So anyway, so once you're basically in the factory, guys, here, you can pretty much just run through like you normally would, obviously breaking crates along the way just in case you do find that key. And just make your way through. Once I've killed these enemies, you make your way through the factory. Okay, so there you go, guys, and so I believe the security key is actually here. So once you've got the security key, you can rest up here if you need to. I'm not going to bother because I feel like I'm fairly confident I don't need to do anything. And then you just continue back into this area, which is where you fought the last set of dragons in the Nuisance quest. So quickly just finish these enemies. And so basically the dragon is basically through this door here. Obviously the game will also give you an indication of actually how to get into this room. Now before you actually go into this battle, it's advised to have the wind materia equipped, as it is actually his weakness. So make sure you have that equipped. If you don't have to get that particular materia, you can basically get it from completing the battle intels. And the one you need to complete is this one here. So it's quite straightforward. This one is literally just hit enemies with fire. To be honest, this will probably auto-complete once you've completed this first one for him. So once you're ready, you can go inside the factory. Once you're in here, you pretty much just fight the battle and you basically kill him. I said obviously be sure to actually utilise his actual weakness, which is wind. And yeah, this battle shouldn't take you too long to complete. Okay, so once you've killed the dragon, you can just basically return back to Gwen. And that is the mission completed, guys. So quickly, very briefly speak to her. And yeah, that will basically be that's basically the quest completed, guys. So, well, I want to thank you guys for watching. I do apologise for the delay in actually getting this actual video out to you. I will be getting back to the Final Fantasy VII Remake playthrough very shortly. I'm getting very close to where I was, so we should be able to continue very shortly. But yeah, this is basically all the sub quests that you can pick up in chapter 3. So that's them, guys. I've been KinnickWW, and I will see you on the next one.